What's up, guys? Welcome to another funnel breakdown. Today's video, we're going to be breaking down Alex Hormozi's $100 million funnel. This video, we'll be looking at everything he's doing with his marketing and stick to the end because what you're going to see is this is one of the most simple and straightforward funnels that you'll ever see. This is a good example of how simplicity scales and how it creates more returns for you in your business and your marketing. So the first place we're going to look at is always social media platforms, and then we're going to go down to his ads. And then from his ads, we're going to see what he's doing behind the scenes, whether it's through sales pages and lead magnets that he's using, bringing new leads into his business, nurture them, and also convert them into high ticket clients in his workshops. So the first platform that we're going to look at is his Instagram. And it's been said that his Instagram brings nearly 50% or more of his clients through his. It's very simple. It's to the point. It says who he is, companies that he owns, and also what he helps businesses with. And it's simple. I talk about scaling businesses. And he also puts a link to one single site on his bio instead of having a full link tree where people go in and they do their shopping. This funnels leads to one single place. It's easier to measure and also to see what's working and what's not at that point in time. So it's leading them to his lead magnets, which is the free scaling roadmap, which basically helps business owners to scale their businesses. One thing you'll notice about his content is it's very intentional. Instead of posting basic business advice, flaunting his wealth and showing dream holiday vacations and cars, we'll see that he's very intentional about positioning himself as the expert and also showing proof that he knows what he's doing and he's helped other people to do the same thing. So for his posts, he has about 7 to 9 different posts that he always has on his content. These change over time. Others are posts that are trending at the moment in time that he will sprinkle in just to get that extra boost in his viral content. So the first thing that we'll see is his normal tweets, advice posts. And what's powerful about these is most people will share it with his name in it. This increases the amount of people that are seeing him every single day. Then the next is these workshop advice clips that he's sharing nowadays. He funnels a lot of his leads into live workshops. One of his mid-tier offers is his live workshops that he does in Las Vegas, and these bring in different business owners that are struggling to scale or to grow their business. These are an amazing way for him to show his positioning in the industry, to show that he knows how to help other businesses grow. Then the next is live advice, which will be live, like a call where people are phoning in and asking him advice about how they should grow their businesses. And these are a spin-off of what Dave Ramsey did with his own show, where people would call in and ask him about investing advice. He's just taking that and using it to help people to grow their own business. This just goes to show that you don't need to create something new. You just need to find a format that's working and make it your own and put it out there, and people will like it because it's something that's proven, it's something that works. Then the next is carousels. This is something that's new. This is a new trending sort of carousel where instead of having a clip that's saying what's being said in the video, it's screenshots of moments in the video, and then you have captions that basically explain the whole story or what is being said by the person. Then the next is in-depth breakdowns. He has two types. So the first is these whiteboard breakdowns. These are very powerful because it shows a visual representation of whatever he's speaking about and helps people to understand it better because they're seeing a picture that's being tied to the information that they're being given. Other type of in-depth breakdown that you'll see are just talking head videos. These are normal style type of videos where he's speaking about certain business topics. For instance, this one here speaking about email marketing. And in this video, it just shows people how to build out their email marketing so it can bring in more leads into their business. And the next one is sit down hot takes. And these covered various topics and not only just business topics, but also productivity, mindset, other things that entrepreneurs struggle with. These are great for bringing in new leads. It's top of funnel content. A lot of people might not want to have help with email marketing at that point in time, but a lot of people want to become more productive. So this increases the amount of leads and views that he'll be getting on his content. So overall, his content strategy, he showcases his authority through valuable productivity, business, sales, and marketing insight. He believes in goodwill. This is something that you'll see throughout his whole content funnel as we go through the other different platforms. We'll see he practices the principle of giving and giving and giving, understanding that at any point in time, only 3% of his audience are able to buy. And his job is just to nurture them until they get to the point where they're able to buy a ticket to his workshop, where they're able to work with him in partnering up and helping their company grow to the millions that he helps other bigger companies do. Then it's short, punchy business lessons that deliver one clear takeaway fast. It's framework-based content, step-by-step systems entrepreneurs can apply immediately. It's contrarian opinions that position him as the straight talking authority, repetition of one core idea like value creation, leverage, and scale. He also shares personal lessons from building companies to 100 million plus evaluation. He also gives minimal lifestyle content and maximum focus on teaching business. Then we'll see his positioning is very different to most gurus in the space, and that's what's allowed him to last so long. In most gurus' cases, we'll see that they don't focus on giving value to their audience. It's more about getting quick turnarounds and sales, and this most of the time burns out your leads. It normally forces you to push people that aren't qualified into your funnel. And this is when we'll see most gurus that sometimes have products and services that can actually help their audience and are creating results, end up attracting leads that aren't qualified enough for whatever they are offering and funnel them before they're mature enough in order to get the results that they need. And this ends up coming back to bite the coach who's put out this content, these courses and services to help people. So one thing that he does differently is he leads a movement around disciplined entrepreneurship and building real profitable businesses. He acts as a trusted operator, showing founders the path to scalable wealth. He frames business success as a skill built through repetition, data, and volume. He positions himself as a mentor guiding entrepreneurs out of confusion and fluff. He challenges the guru industry while modeling transparency, simplicity, and practical execution. He encourages founders to think like operators, not content creators chasing attention. He builds identity around serious builders who value leverage, systems, and long-term thinking. He creates belonging for entrepreneurs seeking mastery instead of shortcuts and hype. And this is something that will separate you from the rest of people in your industry, is when you are selling the longer routes instead of shortcuts, because shortcuts tend to bring in low quality leads, people that don't end up creating the transformations they need because they're trying to get it in the next 30 days, the next 90 days, when it's something that could take a year. So when you have messaging that brings in people that want to work on something for a year and make it work, then there's a higher likelihood that they're going to get the results. There's a higher likelihood that they'll stick through, they'll do the work, even when it doesn't feel like it's actually working, because we know the business game isn't about quick turnarounds. It's always about the efforts, the hard work, and consistency and patience. And then he reinforces a culture of ownership, responsibility, and relentless improvement in business. Another platform that we didn't include in this was his X. And his X is somewhere where he posts threads and short sound bites like this one over here. And what he basically uses it is to test content so he knows what to create long form content on. If he creates a tweet about productivity or a thread about productivity and it sees that it resonates with his audience, then he'll quickly turn it into content for his Instagram, for his YouTube, and for his Facebook. So the next place that we'll look at, and this is his big lead generator for his business. He focuses a ton of effort into this. He posts about 2 videos every 14 days, and you'll see that his content is very well thought out. It's all not just for his buying audience. It's not all just for his people that are in the middle of the funnel. It's also helping to attract new leads and to just get his name out there so he's well known in the industry. So we'll look at the different types of content that he's posting on his YouTube, and we'll look at it in the form of a funnel and see which content is sitting where and why it's working, who it's speaking to. And as you'll see, as we go through the funnel, you'll also see the difference in the views that it's getting because of it being less niche or it being very niche and only targeted for people that are able to buy and opt into his scaling workshop, where he's working with entrepreneurs, which has a ticket of about 5,000 or more. So for his top of funnel content, we'll see that the content that he's posting isn't just for entrepreneurs. It also covers the self-help and productivity space, which can go to anyone, whether they are working corporate 9 to 5, whether they're a student or just want to be an entrepreneur as well. So the different topics that we'll see is, for instance, here, how to unlock your potential, which is his podcast that he did with Tony Robbins, which is a great collab. Brought in a lot of comments where people are speaking about what their takeaways were, and it actually blew up to people that aren't just strictly business owners that are scaling to $1 million and or more, but even other people that are focused on personal growth and self-improvement. Then the next one is how to outlearn everyone. And what you'll see here, whenever you create top of funnel content, it should be content that's consumable by anyone in your audience and people out of your audience. A video like how to outlearn anyone is a topic that can be consumed by anyone, from students to people that are just trying to learn a language to even business owners. And this will bring in new leads. And sometimes when a person watches this video, it doesn't mean that they are going to buy or opt into the free scaling workshop that he has on his Facebook, on his Instagram, and on his YouTube in the bio. But them just consuming this content is enough for them to already start building that trust whenever they might need to end up opting into something of his in a few years from now. So then the next one we'll see is how to make 2026 the best year of your life. If you had less than $10,000, please watch this. If you wanted to make your first 100,000 in 2026, I'd do this. These are different videos. They're more on the entertainment side. They have a lot more storytelling. They are tactical. They do show that he knows what he's doing, but they don't cut out his audience specifically just for business owners and entrepreneurs. And then the next place we'll look is middle funnel content. And middle funnel content is content that helps you to just niche down a bit more. It's still, again, not cutting out a majority of your audience, but it's now focused on what you help people with and how you help people to create transformations, whether it's through fitness, whether it's through business, whether it's through wealth management and other different things that you may be doing. So you'll see the difference in the videos that are in this section. Now they're more focused on helping people for social media strategy. Again, social media strategy is for everyone that's doing online business. It doesn't specifically speak to his ideal targeted buyer, but again, it brings in those new eyeballs and brings in leads and helps him to establish his authority in the space. Also, this one here, building $1 million business for a stranger in 69 minutes. And then here's another one, building $1 million business for a stranger in 69 minutes. This is an entertainment video again, but still positioning him as the authority in the space. Then a video on lead generation again, and then another one on helping people to create sales. What he's done well here also with these videos is he's made them very long, 25 minutes or more, some reaching up to 4 hours, for instance, like this sales video. And the reason why you want to also focus on long form videos in your funnel is because they increase the amount of trust that people have with you. People need to consume at least 7 hours of your content. They need to have 11 touch points on at least 4 different platforms for them to have trust in what you're doing. And Alex Hormozi is doing that, and he knows that, and that's why he's posting these long form videos that are definitely not dopamine focused. They have entertainment, but they're definitely not dopamine focused. They attract the right audience. They weed out cold leads and increase the trust of people that have seen him on Instagram, have seen him on his Facebook or his Twitter and other social medias. Then at the bottom of the funnel, it's very focused, very niche, building a $2 million business for a stranger in 57 minutes, building a $12 million business for a stranger in 25 minutes, building a $3 million business for a stranger in 51 minutes. Most of the people that came in at the top here and were trying to outlearn everyone, or were trying to make 2026 the best year of their life, or were trying to go from 0 to 10,000, aren't in Alex Hormozi's target audience, but he's nurturing them. These are part of the 93%, all that you see from the top to the middle. His ideal audience, the people that he's trying to make content for, trying to reach out to, are the people that are going to watch how to build a $12 million business. Only about 3% again of his audience have a $12 million business or are somewhere in that ballpark. And those are the people that he's trying to attract. from either if it's a video about outlearning people, about making 2026 a better year, about scaling business, about unlocking your potential. If he can funnel them all the way down to watching a video about a breakdown that he's done with another business, then it's a higher likelihood that they've already built the trust. They know that he can do what he's saying he does because they've consumed all this content. And from all his social medias, his Instagram, his Facebook, his YouTube, his Twitter, he's taking people down to this free scaling roadmap. And what this free scaling roadmap basically is, it's a personalized $100 million scaling roadmap that he has put in together. Now, when people opt into the free scaling roadmap, he takes them down to a quick survey, 4 questions, but these 4 questions are enough for him to already differentiate whether this person is his ideal audience, whether they're able to invest in the offers that he has in behind the scenes, or whether they should just be left in for the nurturing sequence, which he does in his email marketing. So the first question here is the number of full-time employees that the businesses have, the annual business revenue, net profit margins, and whether the person is a solo owner or they have a partner. These are differentiating questions that already help him to know whether he needs to reach out to the lead that's just opted in with their email, their first name, and their phone number, or he can just leave them and let them just flow into the nurture sequence, and they can just become part of that 97% that he just nurtures for the next couple of years until they scale. Then from there, you'll see that he just gives them the workshop, the free scaling roadmap, and it just goes through the different stages of business and where the people are. And then he'll just give them a personalized button here that gives them a personalized roadmap. From here, he upsells people to his private workshop in Las Vegas, and he just gets people to put in their details and then go to step 2, which will be book a call page. What he's already done is he's differentiated who he can help and who can't be helped. That way, his sales team doesn't have to focus on leads that aren't ready to buy or burn leads that aren't in the right position to be even going to that workshop. Then the next thing that we're going to look at before we go to his workshop are his ads. And he has over 360 ads running. And as simple as his funnel is, he's definitely putting a ton of cash flow into getting more ads out there, letting people see what he is offering, whether it's his book, whether it's the workshop, whether it's the lead magnet, the free scaling workshop. And all these ads are either attracting leads, they are nurturing leads, or retargeting leads, and then getting them to go into the workshop. So you'll see that here's an ad that he's put for his free scaling roadmap. He has a ton of these that are just getting people to go into his lead magnet, getting people to opt into his funnel, start getting emails, start being nurtured in the back end. The hook here is that's when I realized the biggest risk is not taking any risk. And then the promise here is the roadmap, and risk reversal that's used in this ad is the roadmap has been tested by his company and it's free for anybody that opts into that. Then we have an ad here about his free scaling workshop. He has a ton of these, and what he did here that's very different with this one is it's a video ad where he's in the workshop speaking about the workshop itself. And the hook is, so if you've hit a revenue ceiling in your business or your business requires you in order to grow, then you need to come to this workshop and we'll help you to scale your business. Another ad that he has here is for his books. And these he's not running as much because he's finished doing the launch for his most recent book. But this one is very smart. He gets people to get a free book and a free trial to School. School is a platform that he co-owns with Sam Evans. And what he's doing here is he's bringing in people that are interested in his thoughts and what he speaks about. And what he's doing here is he's getting people to get his book for free. That way they'll go in and read it and consume his content and also start seeing the value that he provides. And from the book, he opts them into a free trial of School. This is funneling these into School, which is another platform that he owns and brings in revenue for his business portfolios. So the next thing we're going to look at is his scaling workshop, and we're just going to look at the offer page, the sales page that he has for it. For this page, he has one page that's running from the research that we did. And for some other offers, he has ads that are targeted at different sections of his audience. So something that he did, for instance, with his gym launch ads is he would find different people. He would create ads for different gym owners at different points in the journey, and they would have a specific sales page for that pain point that they had. So whether it was for them to go from 100K to 1 million, you would have a sales page for that. And that's something that you should note, the amounts of precision targeting that he's doing at this level in the game. So for this offer, we'll see that he has a problem-focused headline that's positioning the founder as the biggest scaling bottleneck in their own business. It reads, "Are you the biggest risk of your own business? Join our scaling workshop. Remove yourself as a single point of failure." And then he reframes the workshop as the solution to remove founder dependency and operational chaos. He has a short description emphasizing the 2-day interactive workshop with personalized business insights. The CTA encourages founders to commit to scaling their business. It's also identity language, calling people that are ready to scale in their business. And then he has a testimonial video, and what he's done here is he's made it a quick montage video, and it's a very personal story of how this lady attended a scaling workshop and she was able to see massive results for business. Then written testimonials, and these are very specific. They show exactly what numbers the people were getting and what was the main transformation they could see. So whether it was something about their soft skills or whether it's something about their return on interest investments in going into this workshop. Then he has a section showing what people will get. This helps people to visualize the whole event and see what they will get out of it, increasing the amount of trust they have compared to just being told that they're attending a 3-day workshop. Then he has a form as well to book for a sales call. And again, this will help to filter out people that are not qualified and get people that are qualified into this workshop from people. If you get the more people that he has that are qualified, the easier it is for his sales team because they'll be getting a ton of sales call every single day. Then FAQ section, these are great for risk reversal and peace of mind, and also lowering the buyer friction of people that are hopping onto this sales page. Then the last thing we're going to look at is his books. And this is something that's done a ton of heavy lifting for his brand and his businesses, because books are a great way for you to position yourself as an authority. It's also attract high quality leads, people that are willing to go through a book of about 300 pages. Takes delayed gratification, takes discipline and focus in order for those people to consume that information. But once they've consumed that information, they become your warmest leads that you can convert in your business. So having books that you've written, even if it's not a long 300-page book, but even a 100-page book or 50-page book, is a great way for you to position yourself as authority in your business. Then also some podcasts with features, people that he's been featured on. These are great for you to show that you are well known in the industry. People can trust you because of the collaborations you've done, and also you attach the trust that people already have for those people in the industry. Then that's basically it. There's a ton more that we could go through for his funnel. Something that I'm thinking of doing in the future is going through his book launch that he just recently did, go through all the contents that he was posting. And if you'd like to see that video, comment down below. And if you're a business owner who would like to increase the amounts of leads that you have in your business, triple your conversions, and also scale with an extra 30 to 150K in revenue in a matter of 3 to 6 months, click the link below and book a free audit call. Or if you need just a quick consultation where we can go through your funnel, break it down and show you where all the holes are, book a call below and we'll show you exactly how to do that. Thank you very much. Like and subscribe and share this video.